not for kids. Sorry, kids. Love y'all, but it ain't for kids. I got it to work. So I need to start the stream first and then make sure that it's feeding to the restream and then go live on YouTube. Anyways, hello everybody, Shon here, and welcome back to Shon Reacts To. So I know it's been a very long time since I've made a video, but throughout this time that I've been going on my journey, I finally figured out how to make the OBS work best with live stream for YouTube and Instagram. If you also have Instagram, I am on there under the name Shon. So check me out. Besides the fact that I'm starting to make a little bit of commentary besides my scary stuff, I also do sing. But regardless, this world has been wild. Absolutely wild. And so I figure I might as well do my Shon Reacts To the day-to-days that we all have to struggle with. So, as you all know, my fans, what I like to do is get a little loose before we start our reactions. This is Barefoot. I have to cover the name. Sauvignon Blanc. Not the best in the world by any means, but it is what it is. And when you got $9 to spare, that's what we're gonna do. $9 worth. So let's fill up the glass. Glass is as full as it's gonna get today. Woo. So while we are about to enjoy on this wine, I like to get a little loose, and today I'm getting loose with the Lo-Fi Hip Hop Beats by Eno Is One, Volume 1 Study Vibes, and I'm all for it right now. All for it. Okay. Again, what I like to do is drink a little bit before a lot of bit before we react. So here we go. Ooh. Oh my. Oh my. That honestly is not the best wine that I've ever had. Sauvignon Blanc. I'm more of a Pinot Grigio kind of lady. But I decided to get the Sauvignon Blanc just to see what it tastes like. Like, honestly, just to see what it tastes like. I'm not excited about it. I'm not impressed, but it is what it is. Hey, if you like this music like I do, make sure you check them out. Lo-Fi Fly with Eno. Give a subscribe. It's on YouTube. I'll make sure I include it in my link today. Testing out all the sounds, all the levels, making sure everything sounds good, because I'm going to be making more of these videos. So before we get to the main event, let me know if there's a drink that you guys want me to try, because I will. I'm all for trying a new drink. You know, spice up your life. Sometimes we gotta spice up life. All right, so I'm just going to pause that to let you guys know. Oh. The world has been wild. Recently, there was a plane accident in Arizona. People, unfortunately, did lose their lives. I send, all the comfort vibes to those families. I hope that they have people around them during these times. It ain't safe out there on these planes. It ain't safe. So today's topic is RFK Jr.'s confirmation and what he stated about black people, pretty much. Um, if you guys didn't know, I am half Native American, half black. I am as what they would call a black native, Afro indigenous. That's me. Besides the fact that definitely feel a lot of empathy for all minorities, women's, colors, who you love. I have empathy for everyone, but there are things that we need to highlight. So right now, this dropped, and I would like to go over it just for a second. So here we go. This is Senator Also Brooks.
I have you said you were on a show on February 26, 2021, an interview with Dr. Judy Mikovits, where you said the following, and I quote, "We should not be giving black people the same vaccine schedule that's given to whites because their immune system is better than ours." Can you please explain what you meant?
There's a series of studies, I think most of them by Poland, that show that to particular antigens that blacks have a much stronger reaction. There's differences in reaction to different products by different races.
So I have 17 seconds left. Let me just ask you then. So what different vaccine schedule would you say I should have received? What different vaccine schedule should I have received?
I mean, the Poland article suggests that blacks need fewer antigens than.
This is so dangerous.
You get the same measles vaccine.
Mr. Kennedy, with all due respect, that is so dangerous. Your voice would be a voice that parents would listen to. That is so dangerous. I will be voting against your nomination because your views are dangerous to our state and to our country.
I mean, do you think?
Okay, so listening to that, it angered me a little bit, and it made me sad. Like back in the day, when during slavery, they used a lot of black women slaves for scientific discoveries, and they didn't give us anesthesia or anything like that because they believed that we had a higher pain threshold. So these countless women went through torture, trauma for the sake of science, right? So he's saying that scientists are saying that we are on a different vaccine schedule. Strange. It's also reminded me of the Tuskegee Airmen, where they had syphilis and they gave them a placebo to make them believe that they were being cured of their syphilis, but they were used as test studies to see how the reactions or the effects of syphilis are over time. I mean, we've have countless skeletons from before there was a cure for syphilis or a way to kind of prevent syphilis from happening that you could look at as studies, but they needed live subjects and they chose that group of people as their test subjects. Horrible. This is a reason why a lot of black people have their issues and concerns with the medical industry. I can definitely say as myself, I have experienced a moment where because I am a black woman, they didn't believe me. Back in 2016, I had an ectopic pregnancy that I did not know that I had. And once my internal organs burst, literally burst, and I almost fainted in a T-Mobile, I called the ambulance. The ambulance came and they were telling me like, oh, you just have a UTI. And I'm like, this is not a UTI. I know my body. This is not a UTI. And they're like, you got a UTI. You're sick. And so they had a couple of medical interns on the ambulance. And they asked them, like, what do you think she has? And the guy in turn was like, okay, well, maybe she has a UTI or appendicitis. And they asked the lady, and they were like, what do you think she has? And she was like, she might be having an ectopic pregnancy. So they drove me all the way to the hospital. I'm thinking I'm like front of the line. I'm already in the back. And they tell them, like, no, she has the flu. So they roll me back outside to the main area. And at this point, I'm throwing up, I'm shivering, I'm shaking, I can't move. I'm like, oh, I could barely move my legs. I'm in a wheelchair. And 30 minutes, 45 minutes pass. They finally pull me up, and I'm like, something is wrong. This is not normal. I do not have the flu. And I was like, I can't stand up. I can't move my lower half. Like, it hurts so bad. They finally take me back. Another 30 minutes pass. So they're like, okay, we're gonna do an ultrasound on you. And I was like, okay. So we go to do the ultrasound, and as soon as the lady, like, these things are for ladies, ultrasounds, you have two type of ultrasounds. You have the ultrasound on top of your body, and then you have the ultrasound that's like right into your, like, So they do that one, and as soon as they do the right into my, I almost faint because it was so painful. And so the lady's moving around in there, moving around in there. They roll me back out. And by this time, I get a room, thank goodness. So I got the room, and I'm sitting in the room. All of a sudden, I know this is like very vague, like very vulgar to say, but I just start immediately like throwing up. Any orifice that things could come out of, they started coming out of nonstop. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. I couldn't stop it. I just couldn't stop it. So my family showed up, and I was like, Dad, am I going to die? And my dad was like, no, you're not going to die. Shut up, shut up. No, you're going to die. It sounds so crazy. But I was like, nobody's believing me. Like, I do not have the flu. Something is wrong. Something is wrong. And I literally turned gray. Like, my whole face just gray. And my sister panicked. She started screaming at the nurses. And finally, the doctor comes in, the same doctor that said that I had the flu. He came into the room and he said, oh, yeah, you have an ectopic pregnancy. It ruptured. You're losing a lot of blood right now, so you need to go into emergency surgery. What? Like, scared, terrified, out of my head. They roll me back to the back so I can get this emergency surgery. And they do the anesthesia, and they're like, count back from 10. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to count back from 10. 10, I can't breathe. And I go to sleep. Gone. Knocked out. I wake up. Thank goodness I wake up. I ended up losing 4 pints of blood. The human body on average has 10 pints of blood. I lost 4 pints of blood. If I would have lost one more pint of blood, I would have died. But I didn't, thank goodness. 4 pints of blood. That means 4 pints of blood transfusions that I got. Bags of blood that they put into my body to replenish the blood that I lost. And it was frustrating to me because I'm like, you guys didn't believe me when I said that I was in pain. You didn't believe me when I said that I'm hurting, that this is not the flu. And this is just something that a lot of Black folk in America have to deal with. Nobody believes them with their pain tolerance. Even when I had to go see a doctor about some post-traumatic stress that I was having, they didn't believe that I could handle Xanax. So they gave me like the lowest version and generic version of Xanax. Barely gave me Oxycontins to help with the after effects of the ectopic pregnancy, of them removing my tube and all that. And so to hear JFK, who is now the head of Human Health Services, say that Black people hurt differently than white people is very scary, very terrifying. I wish that I hope that people can see that beyond the skin tone, the color of our skin, we are all the same. We've all migrated from the same continent and showed up in different continents. And based on where the continent was that our ancestors were, is where their genetics mutated to make sure that they survived in that environment. That's the only reason why we have different skin tones. That's it. Other than that, the inside of us is the same. Now, don't get me on blood types. Like we could definitely touch base on blood types a little bit more in regards to that, because like I am O, and O is like red gold, honestly. And we'll talk about that later. But I just wanted to share that. I'm sorry, it probably got a little deep there, but I'm practicing out the live. I plan to go live again. Live is helping me. Hold on, I'm gonna turn this on. Did I do the reaction video? Yeah, I did. The live is helping me figure out the OBS and figure out how I can go back and forth like 1 minute. It's just helping me how to be more interactive, and I'm learning the chats of this as well too, so I can in real time do the chats. Because I want this to be more immersive, more interactive. I want to know your stories. I want to know stories that you might want me to see. I want to figure this out. This is a living, breathing channel. It's time. It's time to come back. I still got some alcohol. Hold on. Besides that, how was your day? How was your day? It's Thursday. It's pre-Friday. We like pre-Fridays, right? Because then you get the Friday and then you get the weekend. And everybody loves the weekend. Please remember to drop a like, drop a comment. If you like lo-fi hip-hop style beats by Enos is One Volume 1 Study Vibes, make sure you give him a follow on the Lo-Fi Fly with Eno. Give him a subscribe. I'm about to subscribe to it as well. I'm excited. He's a local artist in Las Vegas. I'm from Las Vegas, but if you have some music that you would like for me to listen to before I get into these things, let me know. Other than that, again, my name is Shon and let's keep this going. Hey, all right, guys.